welcome back to the channel. I got another one for you guys. Today I've got the helltrollin C10 up on the lift. I got the cab right here over to the side. But the main focus today is I'm going to weld the underside of the frame rail, all the area that I wasn't able to weld with it on the ground. As you guys can tell, I've got it strapped to the lift. It's got a it's very front heavy right now, obviously with the motor and trans in, and nothing really in the rear besides the rear end. So I strapped it for some extra safety. Not only did I strap it, guys, I went ahead and I put 2 jacks under the front cross member. And what that's gonna do is that's supporting all of the weight of the engine. It's still on the lift, but just trying to do this very safe, very smart. And that's probably the best way to do it, just because I don't have a cross member in for the transmission. Because we took that out since we boxed the frame rail. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna weld up this back. I'll blend it down, clean it up, get some of this other stuff cleaned up. And I have to make a hole down here, unfortunately. Like an idiot, I put nuts and bolts in the body mount to make sure that's where it went. Well, we need to weld them up, but I can't access the nuts on the inside of the frame rail because I've already boxed this outside. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut a patch out right here, get these nuts and bolts out on both sides. I'll weld these back up and I'll blend them down. You'll never even know, except for the bare metal. So that's my main task for today. I had to do some moving around. I was gonna video that, but I didn't think you guys wanted to see me struggle. Jimbo's out today. He's not feeling very good, so it's just me. So let's get some stuff done, guys. So you guys just saw I had to tighten up some areas where the sheet metal was a little bit further than where it needed to be. So I went ahead and clamped those, put a tack in, make sure they're good to go. I welded up in front of the axle all the way to the trailing arm cross member. That was the underside welding that I needed to get done. So got that knocked out. It's all welded up. Next thing is weld and blend, or blend it out. And unfortunately it's super hot right now, so I'm gonna go grab lunch, and then when I come back from lunch, guys, we'll go ahead and knock that out, get this thing back on the ground, and it'll be ready to go back to Josh for a little while. So I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, guys, cut me a little slack. I'm trying something new out. As you guys can tell, I got microphones. So I'm going to go over a little bit about how the day went. I didn't get around to cutting out the squares to get the body mount bolts off. I will work on that tomorrow. I actually put a checklist up on the whiteboard, so Jimmy has an idea of what to start on this tomorrow morning. We're gonna remove some of these brake line brackets, a couple of other little things when we cut this hole out that we needed to get access to the bolts, so it kind of works perfect. In the clips you saw earlier, I metal finished and DA'd the inside of the frame rails that I boxed out. Tomorrow I need to make a transmission cross member for this. We're gonna move from the one that we had in there, which was mounts to the bottom of the frame rail. Obviously, since we boxed it, we can't really use that anymore. So I'll be making a one out of tube with some actual mounting brackets on it, so that way it can come in and out as we need if we need to pull the transmission. The goal for this truck is a race truck, guys, so we need everything to kind of be easy to come apart. If something gets damaged, something gets broken, we can replace it and get this thing back on the track quick. In the back, guys, I need to make a cross member. I think, to be honest, I'm going to actually wait on the cross members till this comes back, but I do need to cap the ends of the frame rails. So tomorrow I'll have Jimmy start on that as well. What else? This is going to go back home, guys, because Josh is going to pull the motor and transmission out of this once we're ready. I need to obviously make a cross member so that it can be transported without just being held by the motor mounts. But he's going to pull the motor and transmission out of this, and then I'll go ahead and run. We'll have it come back in probably a week or two, and I'll run the rest of the frame rails to the front of the truck. And then from there, we'll go ahead and readjust how we mount the motor, because we both currently don't like the setup on how it is. And since I'm boxing it, we can now mount and gusset straight to the chassis to hard mount it pretty much. So that's what's going to happen in the near future. While he takes this chassis, I'm going to go ahead and start working on the cab. You guys, it's not in the picture, but it's right behind you guys. I got to do some firewall work on that and clean some stuff up. So that'll be, that cab will stay here, guys, and the chassis will go home. And then vice versa. Well, not vice versa, because the cab's going to stay here. I'll put the cab back on once we're ready to. In the meantime, that gives me time to deal with some of the other stuff. I've got to make custom tubs for the Chevelle guys. I know I've been doing terrible at doing updates on that, but once I get back on it, I'll be doing a lot more updates. That's got a couple of things left, and then that's ready to go home. Then I got Clyde square body, and I have the step side that's going to go to LST. So lots of moving pieces, not to mention the week after LST, guys, we are moving. We're moving into a different building that can accommodate parking better and has a little bit more usable space. Plus, not to mention, they're going to do the build out exactly how I want it. So I'll have a lot more plugs. I'll have a lot more outlets. I'll have pretty much the setup that I want to be in for a little while until I build my own shop, guys, which will be something that probably comes in the next 3 to 5 years. But yeah, lots of moving pieces, guys. That's why I've kind of been all over the place and the videos aren't very consistent. So I apologize, guys, but I will get them back on track. One last thing, guys. In the last video, I talked about my website, which I'll post right below, guys. It's www.mariofabworks.com. I have tons of swag, guys. I have shirts all the way up from adult medium to adult 3X. I got keychains. I will have stickers back in stock in the next week or two. I slacked on ordering those. I ran out from Dino's Get Down, and it's just been a low priority. So I'll get those back up. But I do have the keychains and the shirts in stock. And as well, if you have a C10, guys, I have a bunch of C10 parts. Make sure you guys go check them out. I want to see some of this stuff out in your guys' trucks. The stuff is killer. I spent time making it and making sure it's cool, make sure it fits, all that good stuff, guys. So go check that out. Again, I'll put the website down below so you guys can check that out. But that's really it for the day, guys. Today was an easy day. It's a Monday. You know, we don't need to get crazy on Mondays. So again, if you guys like the video, make sure to like it, share it, subscribe, all that stuff. Turn your notifications on. That really helps me know whether I'm doing a good job with the content, guys. And if you guys got questions, comments, what you guys want to see, let me know. I'm always entertained by the feedback, and I will do my best to make the best kind of videos for you guys. So, like you guys that were talking about the microphone, here we are, got a microphone. Shout out to Clyde. He's the one that got these for me after he saw some hate on my comments. So appreciate it, guys. Have a good night.